4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Okay, new jewelry wise, had to switch spots. New jewelry wise, as far as the pieces that I'm getting done, there's a big star ring. Y'all already seen the big bracelet, the big chain, 3-pound chain, 600-gram bracelet, which I really want a 600-gram bracelet and a 500-gram bracelet, or 525, something like that. 500 is a pound. So then the big star ring, then I had a diamond watch, and I didn't really like watches ever before, never liked the watches. But for some reason, my mind changed over time. God showed me a few things, and I began to like Rolexes. And I only really like Rolexes. I don't really like anything else, but the Rolexes that I like, the diamond ones. The Day-Date. There's a big Day-Date that I want to get finished. And there's a classic Rolex that's the iced out, diamond out, that I also want to get. And you'll get to see what these pieces look like. You should see some pictures on the screen of what they look like. And there's a big diamond bracelet that I also want to take out. So it's a big diamond bracelet. It's a big star ring, another one. I'm almost done with that, paying that. And a big 600-gram bracelet and a 3-pound chain. Now, just doing the locks on the chains are like almost about $9,000 per lock. So that's a chain and a bracelet that's 18 grand by itself. The way the diamonds gotta be and the locks gotta be. I had to throw this in here. I was a little torn between this lock and this lock. This lock right here, with the initials, $9,000 per chain. So if I had to do a chain and a bracelet, which I'm gonna match them up, that's $9,000 for the chain lock and $9,000 for the bracelet lock. That's 18 grand. Looks expensive, but I was kind of shocked at the price when I heard it too, but that's the price. And I ain't add nothing to it because I don't do that. That's the price. That's what it costs. So like I said, I ain't really in a rush. When I get the chain and the bracelet, I'm trying to buy them together, but I'm not really in a rush to get the diamond locks unless I have the money to just do everything. If I had the money to do everything, then I'm gonna do everything in one shot so I can get it and don't have to give it back to redo it. But that's that. Like I said, I have I have a idea of which one I'm gonna go with, and they'll be best for me. Any one will fit me great, but I have an idea which one I'm gonna go with. So but I wanted to put a visual with this so you could see what I'm talking about, and not just me saying it. You could actually see and understand why I'm saying what I'm saying and where this is coming from. And then you have a visual of what I'm doing. There you go. Had to throw it in there. There you go. I was shocked when I heard the price myself, but that's the price. Just in the locks. So I'm not going to be in big rush to do any of it. I'll get the chain first. That's what's important. But if I can do the locks, I'll go ahead and get them done. Because I really want them done too. They make it look totally different. Give off like a presidential vibe, you know? Then there were a couple more cars I wanted to add to this. If I got like, my first Lambo is going to be the Urus. I also had on my list a Lamborghini Huracan Evo Spider convertible. And I really like that car. I've not ever got inside of it. I've seen them 100 times, 1,000 times. But I like that Lambo as the second Lambo to get. And then the big boy, of course, you know, the Lamborghini Nero Nemesis SVJ, which is the black one I was showing you earlier that I was talking about. And if I got like 5 million and up, then I would buy. I didn't like these at first, but I really like them now. And I don't care. I don't need a driver. I'm driving my own shit. Sorry. I don't need nobody driving me. I'm driving my own shit. The Rolls-Royce Phantom. Now, this Rolls-Royce Phantom done by RDBLA with the Man Series kit on it. Gotta say, this is like, the Phantom, guys, is one of my top 10 cars. It's in my top 10. But this is luxury at its best, at its finest. Blacked out. The only way I would want to do it is blacked out. And just look at it when you see it with the lights, the way it looks, the way its presence, its status, it's in a league of its own. Any lane can be its lane. It don't fit in. It's boss. It's boss status. You're the man, you know. It just stands out. It just looks like Mr. AKA, I got that bag. I'm getting money. I mean, it's gangster. Any way you want to flip it, it's gangster. With this, you're living life to the fullest. So, you know, I love it, man. The way it looks, the way it looks riding out on the expressway, the way it looks riding anywhere, it just stands out. Okay, here we're going to be taking a closer look at this Rolls-Royce Phantom, all black, murdered out, lowered on 26-inch wheels, done by my boy Vic. Vic and his team over at RDBLA. This Rolls-Royce Phantom is really what put me over the edge and made me want to get a Rolls-Royce Phantom and add a Phantom to my collection. This Rolls-Royce all black, murdered out Rolls-Royce Phantom with the blacked out grille, with the full face 26-inch wheels, RDBLA wheels. They make their own wheels. With this Man Series kit, Vic and his team customized the entire car. From the front end to the black grille to the lip kit. Starlight roof, bench seats, tinted windows. You also have the curtains if the tints ain't enough for extra privacy. I mean, nothing says Rolls-Royce like Rolls-Royce. To me, is royalty. It's like riding presidential. It makes a statement. It says, I have arrived, I'm here. And when it's leaving, it's like the president just left the building. All blacked out. 26-inch wheels. All blacked out. Nice. I'm going to light it up underneath. The inside got a starlight roof. It's presidential. It's royalty. It says money. That one really says, I am here. I am here. I've arrived. This is it. It don't get no better. It don't get no better than that. I mean, it ain't no higher you could really go. Those are like the pinnacle of cars. And I also would like to add the Dodge Demon to that, because I always wanted one of those. I didn't like them at first. I didn't like the Hellcats, the Trackhawks. I didn't like any of those cars. But as I continued to watch them and see them, and then I started looking into them, it's a good car. It's a good car. It's a good car. It's a good car. I wish it was all-wheel drive. If they are, that's the one I'm going to go for. But I think they're all rear-wheel drive cars. But I would love an all-wheel drive one. Anyway, the Dodge Demon. I seen that they raced that car 900 times in a row. It never overheated. Nothing went wrong with it, and it was on the track. That's a very fast car. I could drive it every day. And I'm thinking about what I would have fun with and enjoy. You know, that's my car list. There was another car. There's another 2 cars that also should have been on that list. But I'm not so sure I really want those cars. One I did really want, which was the S600 AMG Maybach convertible, the coupe. They only made, I think, 3,000 of them or 300 of them. And then they didn't make no more, which they should have kept making, but the Maybach convertible is what I would want. I liked the Maybach car. I've driven it. I've sat in it. I've had it rolled around in it. It's a very, very nice car. Again, I wouldn't want a driver. I don't need a driver for my car. I drive very well and very good, and I love driving. So I would drive my own car. And that was it. That's my car list. That was it. That's my car list. Oh, shit. I had another bracelet diamond and another ring diamond on that list, but I took them out. I named my rings too. I used to have Pimp Juice, which was, you'll see what Pimp Juice looked like. It should come up somewhere on the screen. I had Pimp Juice. And then I got Pimp Juice Jr. now. And Pimp Juice Jr. is the shit. Pimp Juice was the shit too. I love all my jewelry. And then I'm going to go get Beefcake. Beefcake is the big star ring. It's nice, but everything is different. It's custom. You know, I had everything made. It's custom. And Beefcake gonna be, you know, what it is. But when I get and I want a big, when my money get up there, I want a big iced out chain. Never really was a big fan of that. I do like diamonds, love diamonds, but I want to get this big iced out chain. The only way I could describe it is Rick Ross got one like it. I ain't really seen nobody else with one like the way I want it. But big, with a big medallion on it in a circle. Gotta be a circle. That's it. There you have it. That's my goals list. Some of my goals. It ain't the house and the houses and the other stuff. This will drag out for another hour and a half if I put everything on my goals list. I'll get into the other goals of the house and I'll show all that stuff too, because I have a lot of this stuff set up. And my mind stays on my goals all the time. My TV goes into sleep mode. It flashes all my goals on the screen, over 1,000 some pictures. They flash on the screens of all my goals, the ones I've achieved and the ones that I haven't achieved yet. And they're all over my phone as well. I keep them in my phone, so I'm always focused. My home screens will have my goals on them. I'm always looking at my goals. I'm always thinking about where I gotta go, the things I want, and what has to be done to get there. the type of mindset I have to have. So I'm always thinking about my goals, and then when I get new ones, I just add them to the list. But I've gotten a lot of the stuff, but there's still a lot more I need to get. And God has guided me to everything. All my praise and glory goes to him. I'm a big believer in God, and he's been in my life with me for some reason the whole time, guiding me, giving me visions of what I'm going to have before I get it. And when I say visions, like, I've literally seen me like a third party with these things, observing myself with these things. And when I first started seeing it, I thought like, wow, it's a great little movie clip of me, great little, mini clip. But I didn't look how I looked at back then. At the time when I saw it, I was big, but I was bigger in the vision. I had more tattoos. A lot of the stuff that I got, I saw it way before I got it. I mean, way before I got it, like years before I got it. And when I got it, it was exactly the way I saw it in the vision. It wasn't anything different. And as time went on, I began to see that these were future glimpses of the future. These were future visions. These were things that were coming in my future. They were the future coming attractions that he was showing me ahead of time. You know how much years it took me to figure out that part right there? I kept thinking like, these are just some good movie clips of me, but, I didn't think anything of them until they started actually taking place, and I was getting those exact things, and my mind started changing from things I never wanted and never liked to things I started to actually like on my own. I just changed. My mind tells me everything. It talks to me just how I'm talking to you. And everything I do is always talking to me. And it's my voice. Took me years to figure that out too. The higher self. But that's another video. Anyway, it's never led me wrong. I can read right through most people. And I stand firm on what I believe, 10 toes down. And I don't stray or sway from my goals. No woman will come in front of my goals. No woman will ever become before what I am doing. Anyone that tries to interfere with that, they will be excommunicado from my life. They'll be evicted. I'm not allowing that. If the woman isn't supportive on Tony's team, Mr. Miami's team, whatever the names are, if she ain't on my team, I don't need her. And if she there for the wrong reasons, she will not stay. I don't accept bullshit. That I don't do, especially when you can get better, when you know your worth. So I work really hard for all my stuff. It took me a long time to get back to my feet to replace the things. But I realized there was a lesson that God was teaching me that no one could have just told me, and I couldn't have seen. I had to go through it. And then going through it, he taught me so many lessons about money, which, I mean, real money, like millionaire, like multi-millionaire lifestyle shit. He showed me a lot of stuff about where I was going and how my mind needed to be there. Because who you are, and when you see yourself in the future, who you going to become, is a totally different person from who you are. The person who you are slowly gets killed off. You have to sacrifice for what you want when you talk about God. Sacrifice. You're sacrificing who you are for who you're going to become. All your bad habits you're killing off. And what he showed me was never settle. Never settle. As a man, never settle. Never settle. Because To me, men are the builders of God's world. Men are. The women are not meant to build. They weren't created to do that. But that's another video. Anyway, that's my goals list. I'll get more into this other stuff, in another video. I want to keep it on this subject, but all my praise and glory goes to God. Without him, there would be no me. So I'm very appreciative for every little thing he gives me and I get. Just for waking up every day, I thank him for it. Every time I look at the things he gave me, I thank him for it. So it's a lot of thanking him in my life that goes on. I've always been that way with him. Anyway, that's that. That's my goals list. That's the jewelry. That's the cars. I hope you enjoy it. Like, share, subscribe, follow, whatever you want to do. But that's my list, and then you're going to see me get this stuff piece by piece because it's expensive and my bag ain't there yet. But these are the exact things that I'm going to get no matter what. My mind will not change from these things. I have been taking them out piece by piece. So, that's it. There you have it. That's my goals list. Tony out.